In today's video, I really want to take you guys through this possibility where XRP can actually explode through the skies. And when I say this, I really want to say I don't want to hype this. I really want to stay with the facts which we see in the market, the price action, and give you guys the real breakdown of why I think so. Now, some of these numbers can actually look monumental, like $300 per XRP, which is actually monumental. But then if you actually look at the wave 2, it looks like, okay, 30, 38, 40, that's still possible, that's good. Then you'll actually see a major drop in the price action. 60, 70% drop is not a small drop. That means there is a huge possibility that the price action is going to do this. Now, you can also put the argument like, maybe it's going to be like this. But I want to actually show you that I personally think it's going to be this big of a run or somewhat similar to that if at a lower scale, but it's going to be with that momentum. I'll actually show you why I think so. But remember, we really don't know which asset is going to run first. Maybe that's another one, and then that profit comes into this one. That's what we are watching in the market. If you actually look at TRB, it's already up 140% for the month. And if you actually look at our call back September 3rd, we were saying, okay, watch for this one. I think this is going to break higher. It's going to run higher. Now it's already done 100%. That's just been 10 days, right? So if that's you looking for these kind of updates, I think this link is going to be a massive help for you in looking for those kind of things and the right calls for a lot of different assets which you have in your portfolio. So let's jump back into this and break things down easily so you understand what's the probability and why I think that's coming ahead. Welcome to the Scientific Investor family, where the normal retail guys learn how to become the next top 10% of this world. Yes, we got the CPI. Yes, we got the macro. We understand what's happening. All that's true. But on the other aisle, we do see possibilities where things are heating up for XRP. If you actually break things down precisely about what the hell is happening in XRP ecosystem, we kind of see a lot of different things. And some of which you have to keep in mind is that it is heavily positive. The market, the cycle, everything is great. And now that the idea of raising rates is slowing down, maybe they are going to pause for some time before they actually drop. That's true. But does the idea of XRP price exploding matches up with the assets like Bitcoin? That's a big question which we usually ask. I think, yes, that is a big possibility that Bitcoin can also start a huge run up in this range. Now, people usually ask like, okay, why do you think that? Can you give me an idea of why that can happen? So if that's you, this is the area where we ran up from 19,000 all the way up to $31,000 Bitcoin. So if you actually take in that and look at what happened at that time, Bitcoin dominance was coming back to this trend line. It was having this pattern. It broke to the upside. Then you went up. Bitcoin did a $10,000 run up. I think somewhat similar move is what we are watching here. And the dominance is above 50, which means you may actually attract a lot more money this time. That means, yes, that run up, which we talked about in XRP, kind of seems to go aligned with what the Bitcoin market is showing you. Now, let's break this down. When you actually go into the price action, you can actually put in two different arguments. We want to keep this simple. We want to keep this short. But look at this. If you actually take in the price action candle saying like, okay, why can't we actually say this range is repeating? So that, we reduce almost all those ideas of hype. Yeah, you can say that for sure. But do you see the price action and the price structure, which is being entirely different here? I think that's a huge shift from what we are watching right now. So if you actually keep that aside and look at this one, it kind of actually shows you almost, maybe it's my eyes, but it shows me like this is almost getting highly correlated with what happened back then. So if you are looking at the price, the RSI, and the movement which happened back in the history, you get my point. Each time when you actually see the price doing that, and at the time RSI showing you a divergence, price makes bottom and it's usually go back up. Now, This is after the Luna crash. The entire market was depressed. The psychology was so low. Still, XRP didn't go down. I know there was a lot of argument given by a lot of different people saying XRP is going to go below this range, but I shared this perspective even back then. And if you go back all the time, you'll actually see this stuff here again. It's coming back. This is what happened before that 10x rally when the liquidity dried up. Think about that. SEC screwed us, exchanges delisted us, still we did a 10x when the liquidity was low. And even at that time, you got the exact same idea. Bullish divergence and the price went up. That stands valid even during the March 2020 crash. That's a big thing. I mean, even during that era of panic, you actually saw that the price action was giving you the right idea about the bullish divergence. Price was going lower, but the strength was not. Buyers were getting in. The underlying strength of the buyers increased substantially. And if that means we are at this range, which kind of makes a lot of different perspective, but if you actually look at that, Wave 2 has a long way, maybe $30, maybe $40. Wave 3 can go parabolic. 3 digits is still a huge possibility if that's what we are watching. Now, say the market cap is big, you don't expect that much liquidity to come in. What do you think the scale can be? Half of that? I'm happy about that. If XRP is coming somewhere like $160, that's mind-boggling for me. Even a wave 2, which comes somewhere close to $20 to $30, I would say most of you guys out there are already millionaires. That's a big thing. Now, yeah, if you're new in the XRP market and you're like starting out accumulating XRP, that can be different for you. But if you have been here for like 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, you've already accumulated enough amount of XRP just to retire by the wave 3. But think about this. You may actually not need that amount of money based on what you really want. Now, if you're looking at the Lambos, the Bugattis and all, yeah, you may have to go through the price action like this. But if that's not you, you're looking for your family and a higher standard of living for your family, all those things, this is way more than enough for you. You don't have to go gambling in the market when the price action is sky high. You can take the right decisions at the right time, looking at the exit strategy, how to reallocate the money, where to actually put that. You can actually do all of that when the price is going to go sky high. Keep in mind, these divergence doesn't happen every now and then. And whenever these happen, after, this is the key here, whenever these divergence comes in, after it breaks through a range which was a huge resistance, that's when the real run-up starts. You go back in history, you'll see this. You had hard time kind of climbing back through this range. Then you went up slightly. Yeah, not a huge run-up, but a slight run-up. You got failed, you came back down. That's where you got that divergence back then. And the price action does show you this happens every now and then. Even during the short-term runs up, you actually have seen the price action doing this. That bullish divergence, it comes in handy. So if you understand this, that means something is coming. Maybe 1 month, maybe 3 months, maybe 6 months. I really don't know. But this is the possibility. You really don't want to mess this kind of a run up, in my opinion. And if that's coming in handy and you are getting some value, smash that like button for me. That supports the channel a lot. I'll try and stop the video here so that you guys get all the idea. But I want you to understand, if you are looking for the assets in the market, this can come in handy and this can be a huge help to easily find and maneuver through the crypto market. So that's it for today, guys. I'll meet you on the next video. Bye for now.